Hello, ako si Rambo Talabong. Nanonood kayo ngayon ng Rappler Talk. Ako ang reporter ng Rappler na nagko-cover ng Philippine National Police tsaka ng capital ng Pilipinas, ang Manila. Ngayon mainit ang issue ng coronavirus kasi kumakalat na talaga siya sa buong bansa, hindi na lang siya sa Metro Manila. Pero sa mga nakaraang mga araw, makikita natin sa balita na pumapalagi ang mga mayors na maraming ginagawa. At isa na dito ang mayor ng Manila na si Manila Mayor Isko Moreno. Kakausapin natin siya ngayon dito sa Rappler Talk natin, isang edition ng Rappler Talk na online kasi nga ini-enforce natin ngayon ng physical distancing para malimit ang pagkalat ng coronavirus. Mayor, thank you so much. Yes, work from home. You're working from home ngayon, Mayor. Nasaan kayo ngayon, Mayor?
City Hall, as I have promised you since day one, as our simple commitment to our fellow Manilans that we're going to work 24/7 since day one. And we tried also following some precautionary measures issued by the national government, as you have said a while ago, about social distancing, and if there's possibility from us that some of our workers can work at home, we do that. We follow that as a government agency or LGU for that matter.
Mayor, isa sa mga challenges namin ngayon as journalists is ang hirap mag-field work, so ang hirap makita ko anong nasa on the ground. Mayor, anong sitwasyon ngayon sa Maynila? Can you describe to us how you've been dealing and how grave the situation is?
Well, Manila is really trying to address the situation within its territorial jurisdiction. At the same time, aligning our policies with the national government. In this case, at least three major government. No? One, DILG, two, DOH, and three, MMDA. These are all under the office of the president. So when there's issuance directive from the president, we get also direction and directives from these respective agencies. But generally, with regard to COVID-19, we follow DOH guidelines.
Mayor, bali yun yung command
Maynila
ngayon.
Ang Maynila is kami may pinakamaraming ospital na pag-aari ng lungsod sa buong Pilipinas. 6 ang ospital namin. Plus, we have also national hospital located in the city. In this case, San Lazaro, Tondo Medical Center, Jose Reyes, and the biggest is PGH. And Pabella. Sorry.
Okay, so 5 national hospitals at 6 na local hospitals. Pero Mayor, ilan ngayon yung kaso natin ng coronavirus? Ilan ang confirmed, ilan ang PUI, ilan ang POM?
Yes, as we speak, this just came in a few minutes ago before we had this interview, because we try to get every 3 hours. Next is every 12 hours report. As of 5 p.m.
5 p.m.
Malungkot naming sinasabi sa inyo, kahapon wala kaming nadagdag, pero ngayon po meron. 3 po ang nadagdag. So ang total po namin ay 13. When we say total namin, ito ay properly identified by the national government. This is included in the national list but identified as citizens of Manila. When we talk of citizens of Manila, these people are located and living in Manila. And it's very valuable information to us as local government unit, because the next thing, as a medical protocol or directives of DOH, we will do tracing within our locality. And today we have 13 from 10 of yesterday.
Yes.
But out of 13, 4 of them are located in our newly created Manila Infectious Disease Control Center. And modesty aside, and I'm grateful, and with all honesty, I'm grateful to City Engineering and Dr. Padilla, because this MIDCC was planned to address future virus. Because we know for a fact that last January, there is already talk about COVID-19 or coronavirus then. No? So your city government came up with a facility to address future virus. But it seems it's napabilis yung pangangailangan, and I'm fortunate that it was done properly according to guidelines, also restrictions and guidelines and rules of DOH, and it was approved and it's functioning. And in that site, MIDCC, we have about 4 COVID-19 patient. And as we speak also, from nadagdagan kami ng 7 today. So, ang total namin so far, let me check, no? New 18. So we have now 18. Total namin ay 67 sa
60.
Manila.
Ano itong 67, Mayor? PUI?
PUI.
PUI.
PUI. But in our facility, so we have to distinguish these things, no? Because some of them are located in a private hospital. And some of them also in the National Public Hospital. So far, just for the sake of conversation, we have 67 PUIs, 664 PUMs. Some PUIs are asymptomatic. They call it in medical word asymptomatic. Sa bahay sila, they are in quarantine. Most PUIs are in public healthcare institution. PUMs, definitely they are in their respective
home quarantine.
And home quarantine, and regularly being checked by the Manila Health Department, doctors and nurses and employees. So out of 13 naman, going back to the COVID, 2 passed away, and amay ako sa pamilya ng mga namatay na sa COVID-19. One died in a private institution outside of Manila, but residents of Manila. And the family are considered PUMs. So far, walang update. Good news so far. With regard to other one, died also in a private institution, medical institution here inside Manila. So far, yan ang katatayuan natin. At yung 4 natin, if there's one, at least I think that mga kababayan natin yun, umaasa ng good news. But we will try to send good news, but factual. No? The 4 patients in MIDCC, Manila Infectious Disease Control Center, are doing good. They are now being submitted for confirmatory test. Ibig sabihin noon, Rambo, at sa ating mga manonood, pagkatapos mo ma-confirm through a test, official test by the national, at bumuti ka, gumanda ang kalalagayan mo, kalusugan mo, iti-test ka ulit for reconfirmation. So pag halimbawa, lumabas na, which is it was submitted a few days ago, pag bumuti na officially, meron ng resulta, palalabasin na po namin sila. Now, what will happen now with the 4 doing good, no? And they are exposed to adjacent room. These are separate room, no? 1 patient, 1 room in a controlled environment, or for the sake of common words, isolation. The city government, as we speak also, 24 hours, building new rooms, appropriating 22 rooms. The left wing of Santa Ana Hospital. The reason behind is abatan natin, kung halimbawa, wag naman sana, lumobo pa. But that can be used for that purpose. So ang gagawin natin, Yung 4, pag bumubuti-buti na at natapos by Tuesday, cross fingers, sana Tuesday, matapos na yung facility. Because these are unique medical facility. No? There's a stringent process, and we are following it for the safety of everybody, especially our frontliner na health workers. So ililipat natin sila para maging staycation sila. Now, we have an issue, staycation. I'm just using staycation.
Ano yung staycation na yan, Mayor?
Parang,
Can you describe saan?
Hindi, para kung bumubuti na, papasok naman natin yung bago. Nakukuha mo kung merong darating na bago. So, doon tayo sa medyo upscale na isolation. Susunod natin lalagay sila doon sa medyo medium scenario. Isolation.
Mayor, i-describe mo lang sa amin, pa-describe mo sa amin yung capacity nitong Manila Infectious Disease Control Center. So, from what I'm getting, it has special equipment.
Yes.
For intensive
care. Right,
care.
Rambo. Yes, you're right. There is equipment, X-ray, a mobile X-ray. We call it, we bought it a few days ago. We bought 48, ang tawag yata nila sa medical term, HEPA filter machine. This machine, parang sa hangin to, something to do with hangin.
Ventilator?
No, it's for the environment. No isolation. Okay. No, kumbaga, ano siya, mga makina, no? Third, and the most important thing is on how to isolate, within isolation, yung ating mga medical frontliners. There is the contamination area, that's another room. There is kung saan sila nagbibihis.
Yes.
Before getting into another door. So if I can visualize it, there's a door, another door, and another door, and another door, then the hallway, patient's hallway. Then another wall, glass wall for our for our medical frontliners. And
frontliners.
In PPEs. Now, with regard to PPEs, that's why I hope somebody's watching. Halimbawa lang, no? Let me use this opportunity in Rappler. Those who has, we would glad to accept, PPEs. Para magka-ideya kayo do sa PPEs. Yung PPEs, pag sinuot ng aming mga frontliners sa isolation ward or infectious disease center, isang gamit lang yun. Kaya siya mabilis maubos, Rambo. Magtataka kayo, it's supposed to be a suit. No? It's a complete suit. But that's one use. Cannot use that to another room and so on.
Kasi ang usually sinasabi ng mga tao, parang mukhang pwede namang hugasan. So mali talaga itong perception na to.
Tama naman kayo. Hinuhugasan. In fact, I can send you videos on how they're doing it, but it cannot be reused. Kasi may standard. We have to follow medical protocols or rules. And I am no doctor. The best way for me is to listen to the rules and follow it by the letter. And that's why your city has been acquiring a lot of medical PPEs or PPEs for our frontliners. So now, meron kaming sa mga taong nanonood, baka lang bored kayo, wala kayong ginagawa. One, you can use this time on the other side of the coin is, make time with your family while you're bored. But if I may share to you, this is a high school thing, no? But
yun yung improvised.
They call it Yormi Shield. No, this is just an acetate, an acetate. We've been giving this and to our frontliners, and I'm happy to be of service sa ating mga taga-PGH na nanghingi kagabi sa mga iba-ibang medical institutions, sa private and public national hospital. Ito po, pwede nyo copyin sa bahay. Very simple. Kasi po, let's expect the worst. The worst is it can be prolonged, the situation. Maging mahaba ang laban to. Good, we have a target, 30 days. If everybody will cooperate, I would assume gaganda ang katatayuan. But kung halimbawa man. So magkakaubusan ng mask. Naturally. That's why I believe ako sa mga kababayan natin Pilipino, kanya-kanyang paraan. But this is also a reusable thing, no? You just put it like that. And it's, as you can see, Rambo, hanggang neck siya, no? So, sa bahay, magagamit nito as part of social distancing.
Saan nyo nakuha yung ideyang gawin yan, Mayor? Saan nyo nakuha yung improvising idea na yan?
Wala. Alam mo, sabi ko sa inyo, pag bored kayo, try to utilize whatever. Now, this is a simple do-it-yourself PPEs for normal, I mean, non-medical or
frontliners.
Non-frontliners. Tama po kayo. But also, this can be utilized by our nurses, our doctors who are attending also other sick person other than COVID-19, because we continue to function as hospitals, because we still have to address other people. For example, ang Santa Ana Hospital is, kami rin ay HIV hospital. Sa amin din kumukuha ng gamot, tulong yung mga pasyente natin sa HIV. We continue to address them because they're still part of the community and all other sick person. But be that as it may, our frontliners, doctors, outside of the isolation is the first contact. Always remember this, Rambo. Di ba pagpunta ng pasyente, pupunta yan agad kausap doktor at nurse sa baba bago pa lang siya malalaman. So we need also PPEs for them at the very least, no? Kailangan talaga kasi yung usapan, yung kwentuhan. But having said that, no, sa mga kababayan natin, simple lang to. And I saw some actors, in our chat room. Yeah. I'm so happy that there's this spirit, and we need this type of spirit coming from everybody. Na we have to go all together now in this case. So far, yan yung ating COVID-19 patient na taga Manila. Ang PUMs is 664, 67 PUIs, and 13 COVID.
Mayor,
some PUIs na nag-negative.
Yes. Yung 4, sir, sabi nyo, nasa MIDCC. Tapos yung 7, nasaan sila? Are they also in medical facilities?
In private. No. In private.
Private hospitals.
Yes.
Private hospitals.
Yes,
Mayor, isang
outside and inside Manila.
Okay. Mainit na issue ngayon, Mayor, yung cases wherein patients are turned away from hospitals. At yung mga hindi na tinatanggap ng hospitals kasi daw overcapacitated na yung hospitals, kaya pinapauwi muna yung mga COVID patients na asymptomatic or hindi pa severe yung kanilang cases. May ganong kaso na ba sa Maynila?
Basta po, as far as the city government hospital, I can only answer for in behalf of our hospital. Ang rule ko, no. Lahat tanggapin. Kaya nga, Rambo, hindi mo naman napapansin. We started with MIDCC na 4. We made it 14. Now we're making it 22. So that's total of 36. And if just for the sake of conversation, wag naman, o lumalak, the entire hospital can be converted. Nandun na kami sa next scenario. And the worst of it all, wala na akong makuhang word, no? If talagang wala na, we converted our evacuation site as PUIs holding area in the future if needed. Pagdating naman, I don't know, I don't want to use Armageddon or yung hindi na makontrol, and we have to segregate people, to take care of them, especially the sick one who were exposed, PUMs or PUIs. We already appropriated 5,000 rooms. I have already talked and called an emergency board meeting with our school board, and I am grateful to Dr. Lim, superintendent, and the members of the school board. We already passed that resolution from the board. No, which
5,000
actually
rooms, Mayor. Para saan yung
we will
5,000 rooms?
we can accommodate people who were exposed, like thousands na pinag-uusapan natin, thousands.
Yes, yeah.
To be accommodated in our public elementary and high school classroom ng City of Manila. So nakukuha mo yung plan na Rambo. So we attend, we address, we contain, we delay.
Yes.
Alam mo
Your bali, what I'm seeing right now from your plan is you have the logistics and meron na kayong classrooms na nakahanda for isolation, for people na...
No, everybody has a classroom. This type of logistic, Rambo, if I may share, this is not new structures. These are existing to every local government unit. It's just that we always wanted to be ahead of COVID-19. I don't want him to defeat us. I don't want to, I won't stop. I really won't stop. Blowing out of proportion. Let's go, and whatever resources we have, and this type of classroom and are existing, that can be converted. Konting konting tweak, sort of saying. Kasi the logic is isolation, personal isolation, di ba? So the more we isolate people, the more we can identify them, the more we can scientifically prove, medically prove, na sila ay positive or may light or asymptomatic, the more we take them out of the community. Out of
the to clarify, itong 5,000 is for positive. For positive tong 5,000,
no,
Mayor.
PUI.
Okay, PUI.
Kasi positive should be addressed in medical institution for quick ang tawag dyan, yung health, address ng kanilang kalusugan.
Okay. Mayor, for medical personnel naman, isa ring mainit na issue talaga yung underman talaga ang ating mga frontliners. Sa Maynila ba, anong ating ginagawa para mas dumami ang ating frontliners? Okay. Or mas mapabuti ang kanilang kalagayan?
Okay, this is an honest opinion sa mga kababayan natin nanonood. Please, with all honesty, I saw a post by medical personnel asking us to stay home because they stay for work. The logic is they are more exposed now and they're having hard time, and we're taking dent. May mga naapektuhan na as PUIs and some as carrier of the COVID-19 na frontliners. So we cannot afford, please, we cannot afford to lose them. We need them. And I am grateful to those who are watching who donated to our city government hospital. And we extended that help, food assistance to our frontliners, to national government and private sectors hospitals, private hospitals. So how are we doing so far? Yes, so far we have enough logistics, but mapapagod sila. And if there is a possibility that, those who are, I don't know, if we need more nurse, then we will do so. If we're going to need more doctors, we will do so. Whatever they need, we will provide. Materials, equipment, most of all equipments, medical equipments, we will provide. So far, I can honestly say, we're on average. We're there. This is there. I don't want to see that kasakit yung ating ano. Kaya nga, Rambo, hindi mo napansin, we had a very strong action. It's between thin hairline of deciding on taking over of our hotels and motels in the city. to take care of our tired, taas na ng anxiety level ng mga frontliners natin sa medical institution. Then, there's a challenge in transportation. We give opportunity to those who were affected, yung socio-economic impact sa mga drivers natin. Then we hired commission e-trike drivers, no? Give them an opportunity to do something and earn for a living in this in trying times. Then the only job that they're going to do, which is so far so good, they're following strict by the letter order or directives, is kunin yung doktor, yung nurse, iuwi sa bahay sa Maynila, at yung mga doktor at nurses sa outside of Manila, bigyan ng tirahan, which is ginawa na natin, tapos hatid sundo. Now, and I was asked, Rambo, by so many, what about the private doctors and nurses who are caught in the contained area? I mean, like the city, or living outside. They are accommodated. Paano naman yung mga national government doctors and nurses? They are accommodated, Rambo. And modesty aside, everybody's being accommodated. As long as you're a doctor, nurse, I don't mind whether you're public local, national local, or private. If kailangan nila ng tulong, the city government will provide. And in fact, as we speak, Rambo, it's almost 1,000 rooms are being utilized by our frontliners in the health sectors.
Mayor, dun sa mga hospitals natin, local and national, aling hospital lang pinaka-overwhelmed ngayon o yung nakikita nyong medyo nahihirapan na ngayon?
Lahat talaga. I can at least safe to say, lahat nahihirapan. Nahihirapan psychologically, emotionally, resources-wise, logistically, and facilities for that matter. Because our hospitals, even the private hospital, was not designed to accommodate such numbers of same disease. And it's viral. It's viral. It's dangerous. Dangerous to top it all in such a way that there's no cure. So it's deadly. So kaya ma-overwhelm lahat because it's a sister. The way I heard, the way I saw and learned a little of it, it is a sister of flu. So how to distinguish regular flu to coronavirus? No, that's another thing. So yung hospital natin, alam natin kami bilang lokal, alam namin ilan ang nilalagnat na tinatrangkaso every year. That's why we prepare enough medicine for a particular season on X number of average patients a year.
Mayor, yung natin, yung local hospitals ba natin kayang tumanggap ng positive cases? Kasi ang ginagawa ng ibang cities, kung halimbawa nag-positive ang isang COVID patient, pinapadala agad sa national hospital kasi wala daw silang expertise at saka capacity. Ganun din ba sa Manila or kaya ng local hospitals natin tumanggap ng positive patients if ever talagang sumabog to?
Sa awa naman ng Diyos, ay pinagpapasalamat ko sa mga doktor natin. Walang tinatanggihan ang 6 na ospital namin. Basta amin uulitin ko para just for the record Austin, Justice Isabel Santos, got Andres Bonifacio Hospital, Hospital ng Sampaloc, Hospital ng Maynila, and Santa Ana Hospital. But this is what we do. For purposes of safety and going with our plan, which is Code COVID-19, Code Contain and Delay. This is what we do. If PUI goes to, halimbawa lang Austin, she or he will stay in Austin. If there is a space in Santa Ana for PUIs, we bring them to PUIs. Okay? Now, same thing with our hospital. If he or she is positive COVID-19, nasa Santa Ana Hospital na siya kagad. So, ang point namin, we will concentrate bringing COVID-19 patient in a in an isolated area. At the same time, PUIs. But our hospital, as per my directors, we have appropriated portion of isolation sa aming mga local hospitals. Kasi ang logic is para mas maraming elbow room. Then the more bumubuti naman yung patient sa concentrated hospital namin, we make space, we provide another space for somebody. Parang gano'n lang. Pag makikita mo siya, nire-refill, tapos ine-extend namin yung capacity ng
Yes, bali may flow na kayong sinusundan, Mayor. Ang hinahanap ko naman ngayon, sir, sa inyong process, sa process nyo ngayon, sir, ang hinahanap ko naman ay yung role of the barangay. Nasaan ang barangay dito, sir? Kasi ang alam ko, merong memo ang DILG na sinasabi na dapat yung barangay, meron silang health center na handa rin for isolation. Nakakapag-comply ba yung mga barangay natin sa Manila, sir?
Well, modesty aside, 3 weeks ago, the DILG, Secretary Anyo, came up with the directive converting and making BERT, Barangay Health Emergency Response Team.
Yes.
And we complied the following day. We called everybody, that was ahead of this problem. Train them in a simple, may resource person, sinasabihan sila, then we equip them. We give them PPEs, 2 PPEs. If kung talagang positive na talaga kagad or malala yung sitwasyon, they are hopefully learn from that orientation and use that proper PPEs available to them given by the city government. Now, the question is, paano kung marami? Ang pinaka-the best dyan, nagbukas naman kami ng linya. They are now informed that there is MAEO, Manila Emergency Operation Center, under HD headed by Dr. Pox Pangan. So, yung punto ko is, inform us, we're gonna be there. So, yun ang role ng barangay on a regular day-to-day. But they have an obligation right now. Yung sinasabing quarantine pass should be implemented. Yung quarantine measures should be implemented. And especially, your city government came up with the law, what we call Ordinance 8616, and another Ordinance 8622, if I'm not mistaken, with the numbers. But I'm specific about the law. No spitting, walang sisinga, walang dudura sa kalye, sa public places. These are laws being implemented by the barangay and by the police. So sa gabi, no. Except you might be confused. There are people in the evening just for education of for the information of our viewers. In Recto, from Juan Luna to Asuncion, almost 100 meters. It's a block. Exempted sila. People can roam around there. Why? Ito yung sinasabi natin maggugulay, magkakarne, at mga isda.
Grocery.
Yes. No, it's not grocery. It's
kasi the wet market.
Bagsakan. No, bagsakan.
Bagsakan. Parang agora, ganon.
Kasi the logic behind Rambo and to our viewers, most of you were outside of Manila. Get your vegetables and your supplies from your pamilyang bayan, in our city. And we wanted to continue to live normally. Tuloy-tuloy yung supply chain ng pagkain o ng basic commodities. So yun lang. So any other place in the city of Manila at 8 o'clock.
Bawal talaga.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say, no. No is no. But this is my promise to you, Rambo, and to your viewers. Immediately after lifting of the state of health emergency of our country, I will repeal that law. I will ask the city council. This is just a measures that we do to anticipate, to prevent, and to address, confront directly our situation.
Mayor, ang gusto ko rin sana talagang sulutin dito sa barangays is, do they have the capacity to take people in? Halimbawa, ako yung isang asymptomatic or sa tingin ko may na-expose ako sa COVID. Pupunta ako sa barangay. Kaya ba nila akong kupkupin? Kaya ba nila akong i-isolate? O agad-agad na lang ba ako pupunta sa Manila Hospital?
Good question. Hindi nila kaya. And that is a fact to us. That's why we created MAYOC immediately. Manila Emergency Operation Center, 24/7. Ibig sabihin, all they have to do, this barangay official, will call that number, or any citizen for that matter. Then your city will go. Professionals with proper gear or PPEs will address it. Kasi as much as possible, we limit human interaction of a possible patient and non-professional handling the situation. So, yun yung ginagawa namin. And there's something new. We went further in our own little way. As you all know, mahirap ngayon ang makita at malaman, umikot. Manila has about 1.8 nighttime population, 1 million.
Yeah.
I cannot go. Let's accept the fact that I cannot go in 30 days, house to house, asking people about their medical condition.
Yes.
This is impractical. Now, we created an app. Thanks to Amplify, we created an app. We integrated in my Facebook, which people watch, because we provide information there regularly. When you click the button in the send message, it will redirect it to Messenger, and it's free. I would assume that Facebook and telcos give Messenger as free communication,
free.
or whatever it is. You answer, and I hope people will answer truthfully. Okay, matakot, okay, mahiya. It's confidential. All you have to do is to share your situation, physical, your health. This is a health survey. And I am grateful, and I thank those who are watching who already complied with our request. Kita mo, meron kaming X number of people. Well,
yes.
As we speak, 21,000 na. Kanina, 11,000 ngayon, 21,000 na answered the survey. And 84% answered from Manila. Then we started calling Rambo based on their personal information. Then we call, we confirm, how are you? Blah, 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 blah. Then there's there's rules, may procedure guided by doctors and nurses. Then segregation needs more attention, less attention needed. Then cut down, we send our team.
Bali talagang you're trying to minimize yung layers. Kasi the more layers of bureaucracy, the more people exposed.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Mayor, tapos gusto ko naman tanongin na yung another critical arm here is the police. Ano yung ginagawa ng police? Gaano kahalaga yung police sa yung plano ngayon sa Manila?
One basic peace and order. We want to continue to govern. We want you, if you're Manilans, we want you to feel that you're secured, that your city government is not only addressing COVID-19 virus, we are also addressing peace and order situation. And how am I put this? And I was very specific with my directive. Very specific. So, awa naman ng Diyos. Walang halos krimen sa Manila. There was an incident who went viral, and they say there's a massive hold-upping of Filipino-Chinese in Binondo. That's not true. Why? Well, it is illogical for criminals to do such thing nowadays, because in every corner, in every streets, in every kilometer, day in, day out, there's policemen in the city streets of Manila. Now, there was an incident, a 14-year-old boy, nag-snatch. Wala pang isang minuto, nahuli. Why? Because it is illogical. Doesn't sound right. So it's a fake news. We've proven that there's no report, and I assure our Filipino-Chinese community in Binondo, there's government. Tuloy ang serbisyo.
Mayor, ang isang concern naman sa enforcement ngayon ng mga ordinance at saka ng curfew is kasi 'di ba nagsuspend ng mga korte, ang judiciary ng trabaho. So hindi do makakapag-process ng bail. So halimbawa kung nag-aresto ang pulis ng mga tao, hindi sila makakalabas agad-agad. Ano yung tingin niyo doon, sir?
My job is to keep you safe. That's their job, not mine.
Mhm. Kasi sir, ang concern daw is baka makongest ang ating detention tapos dahil habang wala pa yung judiciary, tatagal sila kasi hindi mapaprocess yung bail nila, hindi sila marirelease.
My job is to keep everybody safe, following social distancing, following rules, directives from the national government so that we will be in sync with our action. We have to be in unison. Those who doesn't want to follow should suffer the consequences of their actions. Because if they don't care for themselves, I care for your mother, Rambo. I care for the mother and parents and lolos and lolas and children of those who are watching. I care for them because they care for themselves. I care for those who care for themselves. Now, those, which is a few, Rambo, after that incident, nobody wanted to mess around with the city government of Manila.
Okay.
And we don't have bad intention. I promise you, I made a commitment to you. Singilin mo ko, Rambo. Singilin ako ng mga manonood natin. Ang sabi ko sa inyo, pagkayari na malift yung state of emergency, ililift ko, ipariripil ko yung ordinansa to make us, follow constitutional rights. It may sound like between crossing thin hairline of their constitutional rights. Yes, it may, but it's up to the court to say so. But for the meantime, ano ba talaga ang kalaban natin? Kalaban mo ba, Rambo, ang gobyerno? O kalaban natin, Isko, ang COVID? We have to focus ourselves. No? We don't deprive anybody of their rights outside of existing law. Yan ang guarantee. Yan naman talaga. Pangako ko sa inyo. But if there is a law, it has to be followed. There must be certainty in Manila. Now, we try to care, we try to address it, and generally, Rambo, this is ni isang kutingting ng buhok ng mga lumabag na to. Ito, mo kagabi, Rambo. Nag-ikot ako, nagde-deploy na tayo unti-unti during curfew hours of our tulog ng mga pagkain. No? O, kita mo, may dalawang lasing. Dalawang lasing. Ako mismo nakakita sa malayo. Lasing literally at 10 p.m. So, if they don't care for themselves, paano yung pamilya nila? Diba, the only way to cure, actually it's not a cure, but to delay the peak, and flatten, is social distancing. And we should follow. If that is the only cure or way to do it, we should follow. Then we pay the sacrifices. Our family, your family, a lot of people are getting hungry also, having hard time. Everybody's paying the price. Why would I give certain space or leeway to those violators who doesn't want to pay the price, which is a few? I would rather look in and take care of those people who are sensible, like, people who wanted this thing to be out in our community, the COVID thing. So, yun ang natin, yun ang direction natin.
Okay. So, Mayor,
it's up to them to do their job.
Okay. Mayor, bago ko pumunta sa last topic, may gusto pala akong itanong na hindi ko natanong kanina.
Sure.
Malaki ring na-issue ngayon yung testing. How are we sure that as many as we can, people are getting tested?
If DOH said so, we'll buy. If it is allowed by medical regulatory commission or body, we'll do so. Because ayaw ko rin na bawat 5 ngayon Rambo, mahalaga. Yeah. So I don't want to spend on testing something outside of the direction of the national government, in this case, DOH.
I mean, sir,
They know,
accessible ba siya
they
sa
know,
Manileños ngayon?
yes,
Accessible ba kayo sa Manileños, sir? Kung Manileño ako, saan ako pwedeng matest?
yes. Kung for purposes of expediency, kung wala ka pa naman nararamdaman ni ultimong sintoma, ni ubo, no? Why would I test you? Wherein your neighbor having sinat, or sinat na lang at the very least, I should test him. So it's another way of being efficient as government, utilizing resources, prioritizing based on plan. The plan is to contain and delay. Go to that direction and implement it. So if these testing kits are now available, we will buy. We guarantee our people. And how to use it efficiently is you sending us your personal health situation. And how? Through Mayo. Second, if you're in Facebook, go to Messenger. My Facebook account, go there. Simple lang. Facebook naman eh. Click send message. Then address the survey. Give, show you naman, please, give proper and correct contact number. Huwag po natin laruin, please. This is not a joke. This is now our future, our children, our parents. This is about addressing the situation. And sending those type of messages helps us to be efficient and to really address this thing.
Mayor, may na bang established? May established testing center na ba, sir, na mag-cater sa Manileños? As in, for this particular hospital, itong bahala sa mga test sa Manila. May ganun ba?
Pag nilaunch namin, Rambo, with all honesty and modesty aside, we have about more or less 60 health centers.
I mean, for national government, national hospital, national testing centers, alin yung tumatanggap ng cases ng Manila, yung nagtetest for Manila PUIs?
Oh, ano kami? RITM kami. Of course, we submit to the we submit all our swab, no? This is not the thing that we do outside of this country na binigay sa atin. This is swab testing. Pinadadala yan sa national government. That's why when you see list in the national list of DOH, and we are being informed that one of those lists is from Manila, then we do our thing. Then kanina pinag-uusapan natin, tracing, investigation, and so on and so forth. Then we address them to our facilities.
Okay.
Pag sila naman negative, uwi na. Inuwi na natin. Tapos, we try to ask them also, okay, you're good, you're healthy, but please, stay home.
Okay. Mayor, bali ngayon hindi talaga pwede matest lahat kasi limitado pa rin talaga ang supplies ng testing kits natin. No? Tama?
Of course. We have to be very, very pragmatic or practical with our situation. Who's who? Who's parang, hindi who's who, sorry. Bawi ko yung salita na yun. Ibang meaning.
Go lang, sir.
Parang, sino ang dapat unahin? Dapat lagyan ng lokal yon. Kami. Categorize natin. Tapos, if I'm going to create a plan, I will consult our medical professionals. Am I right with this plan? Addressing A, B, C in compartmentalization of urgency, di ba? Kapag iniisip mo siya, parang masalimuot, but that's the only way to be efficient with our resources. And immediately, segregating people in a way.
Mayor, may tatanong pala ako bago pa rin tayo pumunta sa last topic is, actually, you are one of the few mayors, or I think you're the only mayor na yung vice mayor mo is a doctor, si Vice Mayor Honey Lacuna.
Oh yeah,
right? He's
I'm
a doctor.
Happy.
How important is it na yung vice mayor mo is a doctor? Gaano kalaking important na tulong yun sa inyo?
Well, technically speaking, the vice mayor presides over the session. But I am no mayor who, alam mo yung, ang tawag dito, I would rather utilize whatever resources within my environment. And in this case, I was so happy and fortunate, and the people of Manila is fortunate that I have a vice mayor who is a doctor. So I utilize her. If you don't see me sleeping 24 hours a day, or if I do sleep about like 3-4 hours a day, she do the same. Yes. Ganon ka ako kaswerte. How important? It's very important. Because I ask immediately a person, not disturbing every now and then, our directors of hospital who is performing and living already in our respective hospitals. Sabihin ko lang sa kanya, ate, naisip ko to ganito, ganyan. Pagpa-check mo nga medically or within your community and so on. So I ask her to help. And she is involved. She is involved in this case. Every single day, every 3 hours, they do reporting. She is also directed and asked by yours truly to participate physically and professionally. Yun, how important? Yes, it's very important. And I am lucky and I'm honored to be with the Vice Mayor Hani Lacuna, and her being a doctor for that matter.
Mayor, ito, kasi nga malaki-malaki sa inyong pangako sa Maynila.
Ay, ate, alika. Say hi.
Sorry.
Sabi ko sa iyo.
Okay, lalabas si Vice Mayor. Okay, nandito si Vice Mayor ngayon.
Say hi. Live yan.
Hello, Vice Mayor.
She's gonna do the report. See?
Hello, Vice
She's
Mayor.
holding a paper.
Okay, she's holding her report na. Okay. That's right. Sir,
sabi
bago
siya,
natin
she's
tapos
always
itong interview.
involved.
Yes, evidently. Mayor, ito, malaking bahagi ng inyong pangako sa Maynila ang social amelioration project, social welfare.
Yes.
At dating official sa DSWD, if I'm not mistaken. Paano, sir, yung mga pinaka-vulnerable sa Manileño? Yung mga nawalan ng trabaho, disenfranchised? Ano yung mga programa natin para sa kanila? Para patuloy silang makakakain, makapagtrabaho? Bawal magtrabaho, gawa ng quarantine.
Yes.
Pero paano sila makakakain at ang pamilya nila?
Well, yesterday we started addressing the transport sector. We provided a sack of rice by 25 kilos each drivers, residents of Manila. About 2,565 of them. And today, before this interview, I just appropriated a few. Tatlong gulong. And we're going to address also 19,000 of them. But we have about 36,000 families living below poverty line. We're going to address them. Last night, we tried testing our plan on how to deliver goods without falling in line, without being close to each other, following social distance. Kasi may nakain nga tayo, nagkasakit naman tayo pare-pareho, then we end up with nothing. So following particular rules and trying to be creative or whatever you call it. Basta itong rule, we do this within the rule. So tonight, we're gonna address part of our society also living under poverty level within the 36,000 families in the city of Manila. And now we have talked to Baseco leaders, the chairman, the kagawad, and other leaders of Baseco on kapag nagsimula kami magbigay dyan, ayaw kung may lalabas sa tao. Pupunta tayo sa bahay nila. I'm very clear. Rambo, sa ganitong sitwasyon, walang multiple choice. Talaga, sa totoo lang. Let's try this. If we fail, let's move on. Let's correct it. Alam mo yan?
Because
time is the essence. Now, in budget, and I'm happy to tell everybody, before this thing happened, your city government appropriated about 203 million on the first approach of cushioning the socio-economic impact to our society. Then we provided about 60 million pesos for our employees. Then we're going to provide again another 220 million for socio-economic impact, thanks to MDRRMC, school board. Ganito yun. Para magka-idea ka. Di ba gawa ng budget? Supposed to be may programa na.
Yes.
But this thing happened. So kailangan ko ibagsak yung ibang programa, which in this case, bawasan yung gagawing mga kalye sa Maynila. Reappropriated. Yung mga pagawaing kalye, we can live ng bako-bako ang kalye natin. I don't care. Magpakain tayo, bumili tayong gamot. We appropriated 4.5 million vitamins. 4.5 million vitamin B plus. And we're waiting. That's for our senior citizen to strengthen their, to supplement yung pangkalusugan nila. All of these things we were waiting for these supplies because we've done it in the ahead of time. And it's just that also yung mga pabrika, mga planta, nahihirapan din sila na mag-produce ng needs namin. And as we speak, we have received about 5,785 goods for 5,785 families. Then last night, we've delivered and tested for X thousands of families already. And I'm happy because natupad yung gusto natin, walang social distancing. Pero I'm not that happy because mabagal kami. So, sabi natin, pagkatapos namin magbigay, at 3 a.m. in the morning, baguhin natin yung plan. Then we're gonna do something tonight also. Is southbound and northbound of the city. Now, thank you to DSWD. I wrote to Secretary Bautista, the Secretary of DSWD. I wrote for 350,000 goods. Sabi niya, bigyan lang sila ng lead time. So I started writing while the city acquired food packs. No? Sabi, meron na kaming panibago. And we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna, alam mo Rambo yung alam mo yung salitang pipilitin mong akapin ang kaya mong akapin. That nobody will be left behind. That is our goal. In this.
Okay.
It may not be perfect. It may not be quick. Simply because there is a rule, social distancing. It may not be quick because it is 1.8 million people and 350,000 families, all situated in the city of Manila. So it's a challenge, but we're addressing it. We don't want you hearing us complain. That's why the least thing that you can do when we ask you, please stay home. Please stay home. The more you stay home, the more you follow, the more we are going to be very efficient.
Okay. Yun na lang, Mayor Isko. Okay na po. I'll just wrap up this interview. Yun po, nakausap natin si Mayor Isko Moreno Dumagoso ng Manila City, ang mayor ng ating kapital as we face the coronavirus crisis. Ako si Rambo Talabong ng Rappler.
Thank you.
Sundan yung Rappler sa updates at salamat sa panonood.